Test, test.
Hey, Frank. Frank, you there?
Hello?
Have you started that subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming yet?
No, I haven't had time yet.
It's got all these cool features. I could tell you all about it. Don't you have just a couple of minutes?
I don't think you comprehend how difficult my job is. I've got all these panels I gotta watch, all these switches and gears and lights. Yes, it's confusing, but you don't realize everybody else left. I don't have time to listen to all this stuff.
Come the plane, smell good,
Hey, Frank.
Yeah?
Have you started that subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming?
No, I haven't had time yet. Ah!
Hey, Chris.
Yeah?
Have you heard about our DC Comics and Gaming pre-Labor Day fall clearance before Christmas sale?
Actually, you know what? I was planning on being there on the 24th. I'm going to be there in a snap.
Just an ordinary man in search of an extraordinary meal at an extraordinary cafe. Welcome to DZ Comic Cafe Zone. Welcome to DZ Comic Cafe. Can I help you?
At long last, my search is complete.
Make DZ Comics and Gaming your ultimate nerd destination. From the hottest comics and gaming cards to collectible figures, retro consoles, and tabletop games. Whether you're a serious collector or new fan, DZ Comics and Gaming, your adventure starts here. DZ Comics and Gaming is your ultimate birthday destination. We have everything from console and PC games to arcade and virtual reality. Hop over to Cowabunga Cafe and try our famous hand-tossed pizza. DZ Comics and Gaming, your adventure starts here. DZ Comics and Gaming is your ultimate birthday destination. We have everything from console and PC games to arcade and virtual reality. Hop over to Cowabunga Cafe and try our famous hand-tossed pizza. DZ Comics and Gaming, your adventure starts here. Make DZ Comics and Gaming your ultimate nerd destination. From the hottest comics and gaming cards to collectible figures, retro consoles, and tabletop games. Whether you're a serious collector or new fan, DZ Comics and Gaming, your adventure starts here.
We're at DZ Comics and Gaming, where your dreams are going to come true. Whether you're a small kid or a big kid, they have something for everybody. I'm going to prove it to you right now. We're going to start off with magic cards. They have them for days, including a card up to $3,000. The kind of cards you always dream of opening a pack and like, ah, they've got them right here. But that's not all. If you like to collect things, and who doesn't, especially if you're a movie fan, they've got the best ones over here. Batman, Star Wars, anime. They're great for display, even better to buy and take home. And what's a comic book store without comics? They're everywhere, wall-to-wall comics. Ooh, got it. Ooh, want it. Okay, I just want them all. But they're here for you. You can take them home, read them at your leisure. It's educational and so much fun. Speaking of fun, What's more fun than Legos? They have the cool Legos, not the boring kind, but the specialty Legos. And if you like board games, you're not going to be bored with these. Check out all the different board games they have. They even have a section back there where you can play tournaments. You and your friends can battle it out all day, all night on the board games. And if you want to get a little more futuristic, check this out. We have the VR right here. This whole section is going to immerse you into the 3D world. And you can even sit and play games at the computer, and they have an amazing pizza at the Cowabunga Cafe. You got to eat and rejuvenate so you can keep playing more games. And if you're like me and you're old school, check out these arcades. They don't make these anymore. They've got Star Wars, Mortal Kombat, Space Invaders, Ninja Turtles, classic gaming fun. But if you have some youngsters and you want to take them to their own arcade, check this out. Fun for the whole family. Look at the world I'm in right now. You could play for days, and I'm going to. But first, I'm going to roll up my sleeves, and I'm going to dance the night away at DZ Comics and Gaming. Ooh, ooh.
A lot of stores, they'll have like really focus on one thing. They'll either be like a comic book store and that's all they care. They carry some merchandise for it and that's about it. Or they're like a game store and they focus on that. But we're like one of the few where we do a little bit of everything. We have lots of comic books, we have video games, board games, trading card games, we have virtual reality, we have an arcade. The most popular game is probably the Avengers coin pusher game. Yeah, that game is so good. And we'll have another game coming out that's pretty much based on that. It's a Star Wars coin pusher and it's gonna do cards as well. It's gonna be super sweet. The racing games are good because of all the hydraulics. Godzilla's popular, all the pinballs. Not a lot of arcades do pinballs, I've noticed. Any tickets you get in there, you can get anything in the store. So you're not limited prize wall wise to like, you know, a finger trap or a Tootsie Roll. You can get anything, including like the statues. Most people are still surprised that A, we do birthday parties, we have a cafe, and we have an arcade. They think that's super different. So it's the Cowabunga Cafe. Everything's named after like Ninja Turtle characters, with lots of pizza, and we do lots of chicken as well. Most comics that get produced, we'll get them. So if it's DC or Marvel, we'll probably get almost all their titles. There's a little bit of everything for everybody. If you're into like the pop culture or anything nerdy, you're gonna find something here.
Hey, Frank,
Yeah.
have you started a subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming yet?
No, I really haven't had time.
Huh. I see you don't have a subscription to DC Comics and Gaming.
What about my future?
I hate to tell you, you don't have a future. Hey Frank, have you started that subscription service at DZ Comics and Gaming?
No, I haven't had time yet.
Hey Frank,
Yeah?
have you started that subscription service to DZ Comics and Gaming yet?
No, I haven't had time.
See if you can get up on the catwalk on that side. You take that side. Be careful. Be very careful.
Hey Frank,
What, man?
have you started that subscription service at DZ Comics and Gaming?
man. Quit joking around about that. I haven't had time yet. Oh, look.
Hey, Frank. Frank, you there?
Hello?
Have you started that subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming yet?
No, I haven't had time yet.
It's got all these cool features. I can tell you all about it. Don't you have just a couple of minutes?
I don't think you comprehend how difficult my job is. I've got all these panels I gotta watch, all these switches and gears and lights. Yes, it's confusing, but you don't realize everybody else left. I don't have time to listen to all this stuff.
On the planes, they'll get it.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah?
Have you started that subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming?
No, I haven't had time yet.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah?
Have you heard about our DC Comics and Gaming pre-Labor Day fall clearance before Christmas sale?
Actually, you know what? I was planning on being there on the 24th. I'm going to be there in a snap.
Just an ordinary man in search of an extraordinary meal at an extraordinary cafe. Welcome to DZ Comic Cafe Zone.
Welcome to DZ Comic Cafe. Can I help you?
At long last, my search is complete.
Make DZ Comics and Gaming your ultimate nerd destination. From the hottest comics and gaming cards to collectible figures, retro consoles, and tabletop games. Whether you're a serious collector or new fan, DZ Comics and Gaming, your adventure starts here. DZ Comics and Gaming is your ultimate birthday destination. We have everything from console and PC games to arcade and virtual reality. Hop over to Cowabunga Cafe and try our famous hand-tossed pizza. DZ Comics and Gaming, your adventure starts here. DZ Comics and Gaming is your ultimate birthday destination. We have everything from console and PC games to arcade and virtual reality. Hop over to Cowabunga Cafe and try our famous hand-tossed pizza. DZ Comics and Gaming, your adventure starts here. Make DZ Comics and Gaming your ultimate nerd destination. From the hottest comics and gaming cards to collectible figures, retro consoles, and tabletop games. Whether you're a serious collector or new fan, DZ Comics and Gaming, your adventure starts here.
We're at DZ Comics and Gaming, where your dreams are going to come true. Whether you're a small kid or a big kid, they have something for everybody. I'm going to prove it to you right now. We're going to start off with magic cards. They have them for days, including a card up to $3,000. The kind of cards you always dream of opening a pack and like, ah, they got them right here. But that's not all. If you like to collect things, and who doesn't, especially if you're a movie fan, they've got the best ones over here. Batman, Star Wars, anime. They're great for display, even better to buy and take home. And what's a comic book store without comics? They're everywhere, wall-to-wall comics. Ooh, got it. Ooh, want it. Okay, I just want them all. But they're here for you. You can take them home, read them at your leisure. It's educational and so much fun. Speaking of fun, what's more fun than Legos? They have the cool Legos, not the boring kind, but the specialty Legos. And if you like board games, you're not going to be bored with these. Check out all the different board games they have. They even have a section back there where you can play tournaments. You and your friends can battle it out all day, all night on the board games. And if you want to get a little more futuristic, check this out. We have the VR right here. This whole section is going to immerse you into the 3D world. And you can even sit and play games at the computer, and they have an amazing pizza at the Cowabunga Cafe. You got to eat and rejuvenate so you can keep playing more games. And if you're like me and you're old school, check out these arcades. They don't make these anymore. They've got Star Wars, Mortal Kombat, Space Invaders, Ninja Turtles, classic gaming fun. But if you have some youngsters and you want to take them to their own arcade, check this out. Fun for the whole family. Look at the world I'm in right now. You could play for days, and I'm going to. But first, I'm going to roll up my sleeves, and I'm going to dance the night away at DZ Comics and Gaming. Ooh, ooh.
A lot of stores will have like really focus on one thing. They'll either be like a comic book store and that's all they care. They carry some merchandise for it and that's about it. Or they're like a game store and they focus on that. But we're like one of the few, so we do a little bit of everything. We have lots of comic books, we have video games, board games, trading card games, we have virtual reality, we have an arcade. The most popular game is probably the Avengers coin pusher game. Yeah, that game is so good. And we'll have another game coming out that's pretty much based on that. It's a Star Wars coin pusher and it's gonna do cards as well. It's gonna be super sweet. The racing games are good because of all the hydraulics. Godzilla's popular, all pinballs. Not a lot of arcades do pinballs, I've noticed. Any tickets you get in there, you can get anything in the store. So you're not limited prize wall wise to like, you know, a finger trap or a Tootsie Roll. You can get anything, including like the statues. Most people are still surprised that A, we do birthday parties, we have a cafe, and we have an arcade. They think that's super different. So it's the Cowabunga Cafe. Everything's named after like Ninja Turtle characters, with lots of pizza, and we do lots of chicken as well. Most comics that get produced, we'll get them. So if it's DC or Marvel, we'll probably get almost all their titles. There's a little bit of everything for everybody. If you're into like the pop culture or anything nerdy, you're gonna find something here.
Frank,
Yeah.
have you started a subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming yet?
No, I really haven't had time.
Huh. I see you don't have a subscription to DC Comics and Gaming.
What about my future?
I hate to tell you, you don't have a future.
Hello?
Hey Frank, have you started that subscription service at DC Comics and Gaming?
No, I haven't had time yet.
Hey Frank,
Yeah?
have you started that subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming yet?
No, I haven't had time.
See if you can get up on the catwalk. On that side, you take that side. Be careful. Be very careful.
Hey Frank,
What, man?
have you started that subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming?
Man, quit joking around about that. I haven't had time yet. Look.
Hey Frank. Frank, you there?
Hello?
Have you started that subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming yet?
No, I haven't had time yet.
It's got all these cool features. I can tell you all about it. Don't you have just a couple of minutes?
I don't think you comprehend how difficult my job is. I've got all these panels I gotta watch, all these switches and gears and lights. Yes, it's confusing, but you don't realize everybody else left. I don't have time to listen to all this stuff.
Come the planes, slam get it.
Hey Frank,
Yeah?
have you started that subscription service to DC Comics and Gaming?
No, I haven't had time yet. What? Ah!
Hey Chris,
Yeah?
have you heard about our DC Comics and Gaming pre-Labor Day fall clearance before Christmas sale?
Actually, you know what? I was planning on being there on the 24th. I'm going to be there in a snap.
Just an ordinary man in search of an extraordinary meal at an extraordinary cafe. Welcome to DZ Comic Cafe Zone.
Hello, welcome everyone. We are at our pre-release. I'm Izzy. I'm joined today by Zach. He runs a big RiftBound channel. He's very excited to be here. Give a little introduction.
Hey everyone, I'm Zach LaBeouf. I voice all the videos for Channel 2 RiftBound on YouTube. I've been coming to DZ for years, and I thought it'd be really fun to just commentate their release event. And I think we're about ready to get started. Deck construction should be just about done. They just had some issues getting the riot accounts set up because it will automatically drop everybody without riot accounts, even though it lets guest accounts in. So probably just early game hiccups.
So talk to me about what people are going to see today. It's a pre-release. It's not a normal event. It's called a modified champion deck. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so it's going to be kind of lower octane games. It's the 3 starter decks, Lee Sin, Jinx, and Victor. You get everybody in there got 1 pack with their starter deck and then 2 extra decks or 2 extra packs to then alter their deck a little bit, give them some variance. So we'll see. I'm not sure what the distribution of the decks will be. I know people really grabbed Victor first immediately. So we'll see a lot of Victor. It's kind of considered the strongest by a lot of people, but this is modified starter decks. It's whoever draws their good cards probably will win the game, but the fact that Victor can always put a body straight on the board every turn with his legend abilities. Pretty strong consistency.
Heck yeah, it looks like we got kind of some of our players getting up, so we're going to get them.
Awesome. On the one-piece mats, yes, sir.
Yeah, it looks like they'll probably cover that with their own.
Double Lee Sin, both named Chris.
Wonderful. The Chris mirror on Lee Sin's. Chris, was that Chris A and Chris B?
Chris A and Chris B.
Those are actual last names?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Both playing Lee Sin.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Wonderful. We'll get in, see who can stack the most buffs. Who'll have the tallest Lee Sin. Extra prize there. Wonder if any of them opened the green to even stack that, now that I think about it.
Is the green or the, because you start with the yellow one, or
The orange,
one,
yeah. The orange one is with the champion deck. So if they open the green, in my opinion, it's much better in Lee Sin. So we'll see if either of them opened it out of their packs or out of their promo, because I feel like that'd give them a distinct advantage there. It's such a powerful tool to just leave in your base and buff up. Then I don't know what charm, I guess, like what exactly they could do in the Lee Sin mirror. Obviously, if there was a Victor, you'd just be like, oh, look, call the week, goodbye. Awesome. Australian pre-release this Friday. Oh, yeah, that's right. Australia got delayed, and thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I try marginally hard on them. First or 10th, yeah, you could buy either. But yeah, Tall Lee Sin. I'm pretty sure I saw, I don't know if the top one's Chris A or B, but I'm pretty sure I saw his, that he is on the orange Lee Sin as his partner. So, well, chosen champion, rather. Let's see if, flip it. Face down, face up. Never mind. Okay. We'll see someday if we've got a green. Oh, no, we're double orange. No buff stacking today. We will not be seeing how many buffs we can put on one unit.
So the orange one just buffs other units with buffs, correct?
Yeah, he's just an anthem for other stuff, which is cool. I feel like it's decent. Most Lee Sin lists I've seen don't really care for either Lee Sin. Obviously, you have to have a chosen champion, so they play the one because it's kind of good to buff up. I don't know if anybody cares, but technically, his chosen champion is supposed to be on the other side. Just to differentiate from what's on the board. Chris versus Chris. I don't think I'll. They're both Chris.
I think I got him on the right side. I think we're all good. We're gonna get the right thing on here.
Got to get another Lee on that left side.
What battlefields do they usually start with?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what all is in Lee Sin Monastery, I think. Lee Sin, that's probably something I should find out, since we are playing best of 3 release event. Let's look. Lee Sin. Did you see I did a lot of research, everyone?
All right, what battlefields are those?
So that's Grove of the God Willow and the Dreaming Tree, I'm pretty sure. I only saw it for a second.
Oh.
I do know a lot of them by sight because of what I do, but actually knowing what's in them by memory, not so much. We're definitely not all winners down here. We, no, that's Navori Fight Pits. So we got Grove, Navori, and I guess Monastery, I think is their third. I'll tell you momentarily if my Google foo is good enough. I might have lied. That's the Legends of Runeterra. Is Targon's Peak? Whoa. Oh, somebody cracked one of those battlefields. Oh, we've started. I'm just, look, they've channeled a lot. We've gotten started. So Pit Rookie has been buffed by Lee Sin. Move in, Grove of the God Willow. It's a good place to start for sure. To get those extra draws. But let's see what he's got. Does he have any interesting cards in hand there? Can't quite see. Okay, so we're going to buff Wizened Elder. Absolutely. I'm just going to pass the turn. Awaken. Yeah, here we go. Now, I mean, obviously hitting a turn 1 play is a big thing to get those points on the board. We're starting with, yeah, just going to buff the Wizened Elder. I assume just run the Pit Rookie down. Yeah, absolutely. No runes to respond. Oh, yeah. Got his runes upside down. It's okay. They work the same. They stress me out, but they work the same. So, Wielder of Water, then you're just going to pass the turn. Wielder's probably very strong in the starter deck format. It's just super overstated without cards to answer it outside of combat. Luckily, there's no Yees abusing that more, but we're on our 7 rune turn. Okay. Wizened Elder. So we're going to crash the Wizened Elders. Let's see. Oh no, we're going to hold priority, or we're going to get focus and play Discipline. Let's see. He's going to allow it, so we'll get the draw from Discipline. Now we're looking at 7 might. Up. We're going to match the Discipline, and based on that hand shuffle there, I think all the Elders are just going to die. Honorable combat for being so old. So we're at 1-1. It's not bad.
So I didn't see him restand his lease, and he probably could have. No, because buffs don't stack.
Yeah,
so
buffs
it's
don't
only a one
stack.
buff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that he had that lease intact.
Right. It's inconsequential just because buffs are 1 per unit except for the green Lee Sin. So let's see if he's got a use for the 3 upside down runes, or if they're just what's he got? I see Pit Rookie. What's that? Paka Cub, and then use Rookie to buff it. Okay, cool. So he's definitely got keeping up the units, going to be able to keep up the pressure. Neither of those are going to be able to deal with Wielder of Water on their own. So if you've got some combat tricks, or if we're just going to trade one into it, obviously move both in, trade one into it. Another Wizened Elder. We're seeing a lot of Wizened Elders. So I'll just exhaust 4, play that down. And 3 more for the suspense. First mate that should be rested. But I assume we're going to not be moving it There we go. So we'll use the first mate to restand the Wizened Elder. We're going to move into both locations, scoring some more points there. I know Chris A should be at least 3 points here.
Chris A is at 3?
Yeah, Chris A just went from just 1, scored 2 more. I'm not sure. I think we're right on Chris B because he got stuffed on his attempt previously. Some more upside down runes. We're going to awaken stuff after we channel. That's fine. ABCD, you know, it's kind of whatever. So he is. There goes the draw. A wielder on his own side. I see Stormclaw sign. So he's still got units. He's got a lot of units.
Does Stormclaw come in the starter deck? I don't remember seeing that one.
Probably not. It doesn't seem like a very Lee Sin card. It does not. Oh, it does. It does. I'm lying. There is a there are 2 of them in there.
Okay.
Which, I mean, nice big card. Like, we just drop stuff with big might. Definitely useful in a lot of these matchups. Yeah, untap, upkeep, draw, upkeep, whatever order, you know. We're in the release event. I'm just happy that most of the rules are going right. Now we're in the tank. Let's see. He's definitely on the back foot here because neither of his units trade well into his opponent's board. So his opponent's going to start to get a decent amount of advantage here. How many runes? He's at 9. I guess we could go something with the first mate. It would no, that doesn't do anything really for his tempo here. Yes, awaken, begin, channel, draw. We got our alphabet right. Okay, so we're going to usually send a buff the pit rookie. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're just going to move both into Wizened Elder. It'll trade us 1 unit for 1 unit, so it's not a bad trade. And, okay, we're going to kill off the cub. So now as long as we can get a couple more units down, we're not going to fall impossibly behind because now our opponent doesn't have anything. Well, first mate plus buff actually trades perfectly into pit rookie, so I don't know if he wants to develop something onto the pit rookie, but then he might just get blown out by discipline. So it's definitely a hard position to be in here. Just your units are slightly lower statted than your opponents. Okay, we're going to go with our chosen champion. And does that come in active? Am I...
Or did he recycle? Does he have a recycle to come in active?
Am I slow? I mean, I never see that card played, so I couldn't tell you. Nobody seems to be taking issue with it. Lease and RiftBound. Thought he was just... Does he have Accelerate? I don't recall him having Accelerate. Oh, he does have Accelerate. Okay, awesome. I'm learning new things.
It just means that you haven't played with that one.
Yeah, no, I've probably never said that card's name in my life. But it's good to know it has Accelerate. But it does... He never buffed it. So if his opponent wants to do the same thing but also slap a buff on it, outside of on guard, he's just going to lose that trade, yeah. Or we... Another first mate instead. Buff it. We're doing another first mate instead of Accelerate. What is... We've tapped 2 runes over that now. Oh, he did Accelerate. He just kind of... The sequencing was a little weird. He did go ahead and Accelerate it, then buff it. So outside of on guard, that's just going to blow that out there. Leaving that 1 rune up and not buffing your only sin probably cost him a little bit there. And then, so he could trade with the pit rookie. I don't know if I even hate that. I know he's at 4. So now that he's traded, like, he completely free clears opponent's board, and unless he opened another Lee Sin, first mate, I guess, is the... Oh, he does. I think he has a first mate wielder of water in hand. Still doesn't clear, but see what he's got to do now. I have no idea what Navori Fight Pits does on hold. We'll definitely say that. Navori Fight Pits. So Navori Fight Pit was when you hold here, buff a unit here. So the pit rookie's already buffed, so kind of useless. Okay, we're gonna go Ursine. Like it. Get some ramp. Get some big bodies on board.
I almost feel like you probably should have done that last turn instead of playing the Lee Sin and accelerating.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Lee Sin kind of cost him. Just got overzealous. I think he just went to 3 for holding, according to our good friend Carchaos here. I won't dox him. So he's got the Ursine. I mean, I almost would have dropped the Ursine on Fight Pit and then retreated the Pit Rookie. Not gonna lie, half the new players don't know you can play the battlefields that you control. So I wouldn't be surprised just because it would have been such a strong way to defend it against all of his opponent's options there. It would have just kept his opponent off the score here. So he's going to hold to 5. Then he's going to conquer Fight Pits and go to 6. Then he's going to be in that, like, lethal range, which gets really scary. 6 points in RiftBound is that, oh no, my opponent is... Ooh, we're going to challenge. That's good. Probably another spot where somebody not buffing their... Okay, we're going to hold priority and play Meditate on it. I guess. I don't... Huh? It would have been better to Meditate our Lee Sin and then move our first mate into Navori Fight Pits, but that's okay. That's another spot where not buffing a unit here has cost us in a trade for sure, because if he had buffed the Ursine instead of playing Wielder or Water, it would have been an even trade on the challenge. So this, the fact that this Lee Sin got buffed, and he's just eating 6 might units. Technically, this Lee Sin has 6 damage on him right now, but it's going to heal up before it's ever going to matter, so no need to indicate it.
And he could have taken that. He could have taken the other location before he rested him for the.
Well, Meditate, no, because it would have had to rest itself to move into Fight Pit.
I see.
But if he rests the Lee Sin he's going to challenge with, then he can just move the first mate into in there. Or are we playing? Are there more accelerate units? Am I just slow? I don't even know that card's in Wild Claw Shaman, right? I think. Wild Claw Shaman. Yeah, it's kind of. You can spend a buff to play me ready. So I mean, I understand the concept here. It's not bad. He accomplished the same thing. He's sitting in a really great position here. I mean, what do we got? Ursine. So we're going to go ahead and buff Wielder, which is definitely strong enough to take out the Shaman. So we're going to take out the Shaman. I don't think there's... not steal a buff. You have to spend one of your own buffs, but I don't. I understand the line there. I don't hate it near as much. Wait, where are we pointing? It definitely only gives the +2 to that battlefield. The Shaman is not buffed over there. So they got that sorted out. So he's gonna score that and go to 4. I think something like that. see what he can do to hold that location, because Chris A will definitely just hold with Lee Sin to 7. Then if he can put any kind of, no, I guess a charm would do it. Wheel of Water's big, but he doesn't even have to bother. Like, he can just tank up on Grove of the God Willow, and his opponent having one of his more... Oh, we're going to... Okay, we might be running the Lee Sin off with 2 units. I don't hate it. That's... I never thought of Wild Claw Shaman until today, until 3 minutes ago, so I'm not exactly factoring it into the plays. It's definitely a good answer here. We're going to go like 1 unit for 1 unit into Grove, clear most of our opponent's board. But what is hidden over there? Did he open Azonias? Because that would be very strong for him if he opened Azonias. I'm not sure if they're playing any hidden spells just in the starter decks. Same power. It should be 8 into 7 if he jams both of those into that Lee. Stalwart Poro, okay. The goat. Well, and Lee Sin the goat. Okay, we're going to ready the Stalwart Poro. Interesting. What are we going to do with him now? We're going full... Okay. Oh, yeah, Cub. Cub is a hidden unit, so we will kill off... Yep, so that should... That was 9 into 2, 6... Yeah? There's 10? Yeah? Well... That was a valiant effort, but he stuffed that pretty well with the Cub. So we're definitely looking at, he's holding the 7 here. If he has... And his opponent has 2 rooms up, so he can't just be like, I guarantee I win here. Unless maybe open like a Primal Strength from his packs. Some kind of big buff for the first mate. Or... I mean, Wild Claw Shaman, I guess. He needs to ready his... No, he's got it. If he plays his Lee... If he uses Lee and then brings in the Shaman, he can move 7 into 5 there. Oh, Udyr. Udyr, yeah, it's gonna seal that game. Gonna buff it, use it to ready it, and then jam all those units. Oh, okay, yeah. Pit Rookie for the buff, kind of jam out those moves, and... Okay, yep. That'll do it. Nice play with the Udyr. Udyr's an awesome card. I don't think the strategy around Udyr is there yet to like fully build. I can't wait to see the Udyr leader, just because I think that like multimodal buff spending that Udyr's doing there is super cool mechanic and opens a lot of cool gameplay lines. So Chris A is gonna take this one. Let's see if B can bring it back, or we'll see a nice 2-0. So there should be straight into it. No siding in the release events.
It's really just picking a new battlefield, right?
Yep, they're just going to pick a new battlefield, then shuffle up. Hopefully shuffle their rune decks. If they're me, probably have to go look for their chosen champion after they shuffled up. But we are shuffling our rune decks, Targon's Peak, and Grove of the Godwillow again. So we're definitely going to... I assume we're going to see the initial fighting over Grove. The extra card in a sealed format like starter decks is a big plus. See, we're considering mulliganing our Ursine there. We're going to mulligan it. Mulligan 1.
The Lee Sin deck has 1 Udyr in it, right?
I think so. They don't typically... I thought I saw 1 on the list, and I know they don't prefer to give them a bunch of even rares in those. decks. Champion decks. I was not smart enough to keep up the deck list, but...
I will say, turn 1 Wielder of Water.
Oh, turn 1 Wielder of Water, so... Wait, why are we... How did we turn 1 Wielder? Why are we starting with 3 and 4? That is not Obelisk of Power. We'll pretend it is. I understand the confusion. There's a lot of mountains here. Turn 1 Wielder is an absurdly strong play. We'll just let them cook here. It's a release event. We'll learn what the cards look like later. So Wielder straight into Targon's Peak. So I don't understand why he doesn't want Grove, especially if he assumes that battlefield is, Mask Momentum. Maybe. That might be the Flesh and Blood card. Mask of something. I'm going to go Poro here. So we've got like a half of a Lee Sin, or a half of a Master Yi effect on the board, which is obviously super strong. And so he does restand 2 runes. I really wonder where we got the idea that we started with an extra rune this game. Because we know that's Targon's Peak. Did they start with 3 and 4 last game while I was off in my own La La Land?
I don't think so. Because first player starts with 2, and then
2, 3, then 2, 2, 2.
Yeah.
Was I just in La La Land?
Unless Chris
did he go
said,
2, 3, 4?
I think that's how it went because it was 2 Wielder and then Elder.
Yeah.
4.
I've missed they're getting into the game so quickly that I just have not caught the first turn. I assume that's actually what happened here because they both seem to know how to play Riftbound, which is good for release event. We're going to get started. Chris B is going to score there with his Wizened Elder. And the challenge is super nice for that that first turn Wielder of Water from Chris A. Because that Wielder of Water was a 6 if you actually wanted to go, a 7 if you actually wanted to go fight it, which is just an absurdly statted unit for so cheap. Now, Chris B did go for Grove like I assumed we would just to get that extra draw. I assume Chris A here will be grabbing another free point because the Poro, again, is going to be really well statted. He's going to get a buff. And it's going to be Mask of Foresight plus buff plus shield 1. It's just going to be I paid 2 for this 5 might unit. It's just as strong as it is in Yi, which is kind of absurd. Now, if you buff it, is a 5 and a 5 with the Wizened Elder, but that could go poorly if his opponent has a Discipline, which I can see that he does. I hope that Chris A cannot see his opponent does have one, but we are going to go ahead and buff the Poro with our Lee Sin's Legend ability. Move it straight into... Yeah, we're going to have a... Well, it's a 4 and a 5 because we don't have... So he's in for a little world of hurt when his opponent responds with this Discipline. Unless he has a more... He's keeping his hand a little further back so I can't see it. But... Yes, go Chris. I'm sure everybody's putting their money on Chris today. The Poro's strong, but we're going to respond with a Discipline of our own because the Poro's not on defense. It does not have the shield, so it is now 1 might less. Unless we do have a second Discipline, draw a second Discipline. Yeah, that's a big loss of tempo there for sure. We trade Disciplines with our opponent, but we lose pretty much everything we worked on the last 2 turns. Okay. We have another Poro, though. He'll make a valiant attempt next turn.
I kind of feel like he could have done that at the other battlefield, set up some defense at the other one.
Absolutely.
And then just kind of played off of that.
Yeah, you're definitely correct where I think he was Some players, as they're learning, get a little too concerned with, like, I need to go fight. I need to get him off that battlefield now. Where he could have just, Poro's such a better unit on defense. He could have moved it in to defend Targon's Peak, set up some stuff in base for the next turn to push the Elder out. But obviously that gives his opponent the chance to... Ooh. So we're going to trade the buff off, and we're going to go score another point over here. But yeah, it would have given him a much better chance to buff everything up and hold a location. But Chris B is a little bit ahead, so you are always at risk of your opponent just tanking up, especially in starter decks. He could have easily just started fortifying that location. You're always 1 point behind. Gonna count our runes. Make sure they're all still there.
I do feel like if he would have taken that other location after he played a unit, he would have had 2 ready runes. He still would have had the discipline for like.
Oh, absolutely. I think, especially with the Poro just on defense having that extra might from shield, he would have had a 5 might unit that Wildclaw Shaman could not have come in there to contest that. He could have done that, still developed some units in his base to contest the Grove of the God Willow. But I understand his opponent is drawing a free card from God Grove every single turn here. So he's definitely falling behind, and I understand why you wanted to get him off it. We're going to mobilize ramp 1, restand off of the Targon's Peak, and then we're going to pass it up. Let's see if we can do anything about... Obviously, we can get the Wildclaw Shaman off Targon's Peak. Or, I don't... Obviously, we do have a sneaky little... challenge in hand, or as one of my friends calls it, battle arms? Combat arms. I don't... Third Chris just likes to make up names for cards. Not sure why or how that name came about, but that is the name of it he gave it. He can definitely just kind of stuff most... Well, I guess, yeah, pretty much any attempt here. I guess everything is going to get the plus for Mask Momentum before... So it might have been best to just challenge something last turn. So we're going to go 4 into 4 here. If that's a cub, though, no, it is Stand United. So we're going to buff a unit, and all of our buffs are worth 2 this turn. Let's see if we have any combat tricks of our own to respond to the Stand United. Because the 6 Might of the Wizened Elder into what we're looking at 4 from the Poro right now. So Discipline will tie us up. A discipline even only tying us kind of hurts. So, yeah, the Poro will just bounce off. Wizened Elder will heal back up. What are we going to do? Player Chosen Champion here? Yes, sir. Chosen Champion from the wrong side. Not accelerated. Obviously, it's kind of not good value to keep swinging in when all of your opponent's buffs are worth an extra might. So, oh, we are going to accelerate. I mean... It should be good. Like, I don't... There's little chance in these starter decks his opponent has another discipline, but if he does... If Chris B had another discipline and he runs this into the Elder, it could get really bad really quickly. We're going to pull out the rule book. Yes, I like that. At least we're going to try and get the rules right. Okay, so I like running it in there. Ooh, we've changed our mind. We're going to just run the Lee Sin in there. Kind of whatever. That's another discipline, and we're going to... Oh, no. He's going for the challenge. Yeah, that'll kill both. Not bad there. If we have a buff, though... Oh, okay. So, everything dies. Challenge kills that. Then Lee Sin and the Wizened Elder kill each other. Is challenge a reaction? Because if not, that's not how that would work. Because actions can only be the first thing on a chain. So he would not have been able to respond before the Lee Sin. So it is an action. So that was illegal, but I like the idea. It's one of the more tricky things in RiftBound because you are able to play actions during your opponent's turn. So in any other game, that would mean they are like reaction speed, but you cannot respond to a challenge with a challenge. And the Elder's still alive? Not sure why. Yeah, that's alive either. Because I thought
Was it still under the Stand United?
it was, but it should have been 6 and a 6, right?
Well, the Stand United adds 1, so the Wise and Elder would have been a 7, right?
What is Elder's actual effect?
Buff, skip, and additional.
Oh, then yeah, he was bigger. That's my bad. But he technically should have been able to challenge there. So we'll.
So talk to me about that, because that's one thing that I haven't really seen too much. So you can only use reactions to actions. You can't chain actions off of another
Correct.
action.
So for people that play Yu-Gi-Oh, its actions are spell speed 1. They can only be played as the first link of a chain. For Magic, it's sorcery speed. The caveat is during showdowns, each player gets opportunities known as focus to play an action as the first link of a chain, even if it's not your turn. And that gets really confusing because in your brain, you're like, I can play challenge during my opponent's turn. So I can respond with challenge to things. So I can play it as a higher chain link. But you can't. And, okay, so we're scooping going to 3. I like it. We are aware of time and falling behind there. It's definitely, I've done it. I think I've probably posted a video where we've done it, and I missed it not only while we were playing, but while we were editing. It's just such a simple thing that, coming from any other card game, doesn't quite make sense. Yes, my fellow Channel 2 editor and mascot or something, that it is challenges in action. Hey, you all can look up cards for me. Perfect. So we're gonna go game 3. I wonder, you've definitely never missed anything while editing. All the editing goes very smoothly. Very, very smoothly. We never do anything wrong. So I'll be interested to see if we've switched up battlefields at all from our packs. What are we doing? Are we side decking? We saw our opponent's Mask of Foresight was kind of strong. So as far as I'm aware, you are allowed to use any of your cards from your packs to alter your deck throughout the event. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do it as side decking or if you're only allowed to do it between rounds, but it's not really a big deal. I see our friend on the right there would have loved to, if he had gotten a chance to get Victor, because he did open the Yellow Victor as his promo. Yellow Victor promo makes, I think Yellow Victor probably head and shoulders the best starter deck for these events. Just so much insane value. So we're going to add Mask Momentum, and I was not paying attention to what the left card was, but I'm sure I'll get to see it here in a second. It's not Mask Momentum. It's still Mask of Foresight. This still isn't Flesh and Blood. But what are we going to side out? We've got upside down cards. Love that.
It also kind of looks like they're kind of telling each other what they're siding.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a little friendly.
Yeah,
friendly banter.
super friendly. Friendly banter between Chris's, showing what we're siding in. Let's see what he's siding out. Catalyst of Aeons. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't know how good ramp is. Not into Aurora. I know a couple times I've played with the starter decks, I'll just sit there with like too many runes, nothing to do with them. And I missed what that was, but there might have been another catalyst. We do have the Mask of Foresight. And we'll the Mask of Foresight's a mini Master Yi effect on offense and defense. It's an absurdly good card. Obviously not as good as always having it permanently from the start of the game, but I feel like it's a great card. Just getting overstated units for their amount of value, especially in starter deck games, it just puts you pretty far ahead. I'm going to pay very close attention and be watching when they start to see the first turn, I promise. I will probably get distracted while he's shuffling, but... Oh, the cut. Did you hear about the Timo player that made top 16 in China where he was looking at his opponent's decks while he'd shuffle it?
No, I did not.
DQ banned for 12 months. So now nobody's sure if that Timo list is like, hey, we figured out Timo, or hey, I was cheating.
Right.
So it's in an interesting spot because being like the only player on certain lower tier champions to make top cuts, pretty impressive.
Oh, they're both on Monastery, aren't they?
They are both on Monastery of Hirana. Let's see if we're all spinning our bus to draw. Okay, pay 2 or exhaust 2, play Stalwart Poro into his base exhausted, and then he'll pass the turn. But he strong turn 1 play in Poro. It's a very well statted unit. Okay, Mistfall I think is the name of that card. Very interesting.
It's a 1 of in the starter deck.
Yeah. It's definitely nice to get that down, but he's a little... I mean, the Poro getting to move in here, especially... I wonder if he's going to leave the buff on it, or if he wants to draw out of the buff. Oh, we're getting a buff from Pit Rookie, so we'll probably move it in, spin the buff, get the draw, rebuff. Oh, no, we're going to buff the Pit Rookie. Okay. That's fair enough.
I think your kind of line would probably have been the correct play.
Yeah, because we can just buff the Pit Rookie next turn. It's not really doing anything for us right now. Oh, maybe Monastery says you can spend any buff.
Okay.
So same thing I said, different order. I probably need to read battlefields that I don't see very often.
So both being the same battlefield means that you pretty much get both effects at all times.
Yeah. And it is. You can spend buffs off units that aren't there. So that's just my fault for like the 8th time, not knowing what these cards do in the starter decks. So we'll go in Conquer Monastery with Wizened Elder. He did not spin the buff for the draw. And understand, he wants the stats right there. He didn't have any way to rebuff it. And since Elder's so strong having a buff on it, it's definitely a good idea to leave it there. Because it's a 6. It's pretty hard to contest here. No accelerate shenanigans with Lee the next turn. He has what, on 4 runes though? I guess he 4, 6. I'm sure somebody recycled somewhere that I wasn't paying attention. We're still early. Chris B did fix his runes, and they're still the wrong direction again. So that'll be interesting. So we're going to buff the Pit Rookie. I assume... Oh, okay. We're going to do Fun Shenanigans with Shaman. And we're going to blast them both into the Wizened Elder. And everything's going to die. Okay. I don't know what their hand state is. I don't know if he's got card advantage he's willing to lose there. He definitely doesn't want his opponent to get ahead in the point total, I guess, would be the reason he ran that down or rammed that in there. So let's see if we can get some nice bodies. Obviously, we can just play our Lee. We're just gonna play a Cub, straight to the base. Nice little unit. Is this gonna be Pit Rookie and my Psychic? Yep. It's Pookie. Pookie's gonna put a buff on the Cub, and it's going to technically the Mistfall should exhaust here, but either way, we're gonna ready that Cub, and we're gonna go in and get a point. So Chris B's going to score there. He's going to spin the buff off his Pit Rookie, which is smarter than what I said to do earlier. So maybe they can come in here next game and I'll go play. But let's see if we can get some answers here, because not having any units to respond could put him behind in points very quickly here. But orange has a lot he can do, or as a color that it can do. We can definitely get some challenges out here. We can accelerate our chosen champion, which I think is probably what's going to happen. He should have exhausted one more rune to accelerate that. But, because accelerate does cost one. There we go, he fixed it. And then, so he does manage to get into the monastery. Ooh, we're going to charm the Pookie in. I like it. We're clearing our opponent's board now. So we're going to now. Hey, I was questioning how he was going to get the tempo back, how he's going to take control of the board. Easy plays with charm. One of the strongest cards by far, I think. And just that nice chosen champion lead getting in there and putting in some work. But
I think that card has just so much versatility. Like, it goes everywhere. You can put it anywhere. It should have had some type of restriction for a 1 cost.
Definitely, for a 1 cost, it just flies. It just makes everything insane value. So yeah, we're going to. I like it. Wizened Elder, Mask of something, and the buff is going to easily let that Wizened Elder run over the chosen champion Lee Sin. So Chris B still having his chosen champion at his disposal, I think, is going to put him at a distinct advantage here for the rest of the game, because it's just such a nice big unit that he's going to... Interesting. So we don't want to... I mean, there's no point accelerating the Shaman here, I guess. But just the fact that he has that at his disposal at any point, and it's... For starter decks, it's such a big unit. It's probably a 7 because of buffing it with your leader. It's going to let him kind of answer. Yeah, Mask of Foresight. Okay, Mask of something. Foresight. I got it. Probably not. I'm going to call it Mask of Momentum again, but that's fine. Oh, so close. Chris B almost has all of his runes upside down. So it would be at least fine. But I do see a little body rune in there. Oh. Ooh, we said no to that charm. Defy. I like it. So we have defied the charm. Did they even get those in the starter deck? Probably 2 of. I mean, I'd definitely love to defy charm.
You know what's not in the starter decks? A win ball.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I kind of understand it, especially if we're trying to balance starter decks for this kind of event. Pay 3, recycle 2. There's not many spells in this that you really want to do that to. I mean, Grand Stratagem, if you're playing against Victor, I'd wind wall that for sure. So do some quick hand shuffling. Make sure we got our stuff ready. What are we doing? Spinning 1. Just going to buff with our... What are we uh-ohing? Did I do something wrong, or did somebody else do something wrong? So we're going to use our Legends ability to buff a unit here. And I mean, the Wizened Elder... Oh, okay. Yeah, the challenge there, obviously, I was wrong before, but now without his chosen champion at his disposal, I do not know how Chris A gets back into this game. It would be very hard for him to answer this Elder and mount a good enough defense to not get ran down by his opponent's chosen champion. He readied it because of Mistfall. They're just not. He's supposed to be resting the Mistfall. Yeah, he readied it. Well, you do move the buff. You spin it off the first one, and the Shaman gets buffed. Like, the Shaman says, spend another buff on a unit, buff me and ready me. So it's moving it. It's just weird. It's like a weird way to say move it. So we're going to buff our Shaman over here. And let's see. I mean, obviously we can run down our opponent's Shaman. We can't even run down our opponent's Shaman with that because of momentum. Not momentum. Foresight. Mask of Foresight. So he didn't recycle. It readied itself and buffed itself. And then I guess we spent the buff on Hirana. Cards are flying around here for sure. But I just, it's an even trade because of Mask of Foresight, even with the buffed Shaman. Oh, okay. Well, that does get over Foresight. I did see the challenge from Chris A's hand. But if he moves it in, then Foresight's going to go off. He must have something cool in his hand. Stand United. So, he's losing both of his units to answer that Elder. So the damage does not lower the might of the Shaman. It just puts damage on it. So both of his units are going to die here. I don't know if I would have devoted that many cards to answering that answering that Elder, when I feel like you could have answered the Shaman a lot easier. Just Stand United answers it. And then, yeah, I think you clear your opponent's board here if you move the Wildclaw Shaman with Stand United into the other Wildclaw Shaman. Then after it heals up, you challenge the Elder and then run in. No, the Portal's rested. I don't know. I don't know if I liked it very much, but he did get his opponent off the board. His opponent might be low on cards. It could have been just a call that he thinks his opponent's not going to be able to develop much anymore. So we're going to play our Poro into the base. Assume we're going to do a buff. We never awaken our Lee Sin leader, but it's fine. It is the event. So we're going to use our Mistfall to ready it. We're going to go up to 6, I think. I believe Chris B just went to 6. And then if you're able to hold both these here, he will win the game. I don't know if his opponent's just trying to top deck something or if he already has an answer in hand. We are 5 minutes from time, so I think they're going to easily finish this before time.
How do time rolls work?
So it is 5 extra turns, uncapped on the timer, which can go very long over.
And then after the 5 turns?
After the 5 turns, whoever has the most points. If it's tied, if the points are tied, it's a draw. The game is a draw. They did technically play. They did not play challenge as a reaction. They had it stacked there like it was, but technically, Stand United had to resolve first. Buff it. Okay, so he did scoop there. Looks like Chris B's going to take it 2-1. Several minutes left in the round. Always love to see that. But that was a good game. Lee Sin mirror. Very interesting. I know some people hate mirrors. Oh, we're opening our pack on stream. I like it. Let's see him pull the signature right here. We've already had 2 signatures pulled today from the entry packs. We'll find out if we can get them out of the pack. Okay. Yes, I think he is aware he's doing this on stream for us. Gonna go slow, milk it. Gonna zoom in. Let's see what we got. We're here to the battlefield. Dangerous Duo. Cool. Ooh. Foil Target's Peak. That's cool. Machine of Angel. What is it? Sauce? Oh. Nope. Misfortune Buccaneer, I believe. And then I think that's all for this round. Maybe we'll get some other decks on here. Maybe we'll have another Lee Sin mirror. I would hope not. Maybe Jinx and Victor next round. See some variety. But it's kind of up to the tournament software, so we'll see what we get up here for sure. And I'm probably going to go wander around the event area for a little bit.
Well, it looks like we're kind of wrapping up our event. The software kind of went down on us for the last bit there, so everyone's kind of packing up and going home. So our next local is going to be next week. We're going to have promos, we're going to have packs. Hopefully everything in the software will be a little bit better. But I thank you guys for coming out, and have a good one. Thank you, Zach, for joining me. And you guys have a good night.